power, personality, and raw pleasure. But is this the adventure bike that truly deserves your money? Because it's one of the cheapest options out there, definitely. We're diving into the essential ups and downs of this machine, so get ready for an honest perspective about the Kawasaki Versys 650 2024 model. Let the good times roll. We start with the crucial areas of the motorcycle, which to me is comfort and fitment. The ergonomics here are quite specific. My knees bend up quite a bit. It wasn't painful, but if you're a taller rider, watch out for your gear bunching up behind your knee, because this is a key point for longer rides. On the upside, the seat itself is surprisingly comfortable. It's soft, supportive, and honestly, it's a clear improvement over my factory default Africa Twin seat. The brakes were surprisingly good. They were snappy and precise. I must say, I really liked them. Moving to the controls, the distance to the handlebars feels longer than what I'm used to, and this stretch changes your posture and gives you a more aggressive, front-biased feel. That is to say, in comparison to my Honda Africa Twin. Now for a small heads up, the clutch lever is short and it engages surprisingly far out. It's a heavy pull, so be prepared for a bit of workout every time you shift. This particular motorcycle, the throttle had too much slack, about a centimeter I reckon of dead zone, which caused a kick when it finally engaged. But once you get past that slack, the engine is beautifully responsive. So what about riding it? My biggest issue with maneuvering is the turn radius. It's surprisingly restrictive, which can be frustrating when trying to navigate tight parking spots or slow urban areas. This engine is also particular about its revs. It does not like to be lugged. If you want a smooth experience, you must keep the RPMs up, ideally above 3000 or 3500. This is especially true in roundabouts, where you will definitely need to be in the second gear. Now, I must admit, I am used to a DCT riding my Honda Africa Twin, but that constant shifting on this Kawasaki combined with the heavy clutch means my hands definitely get fatigued. And I also found the gear shifts weren't always smooth, which might suggest this particular bike had a rough life before I got it, or might suggest that really the transmission is rougher than I expected to be. So what about handling and ride quality then? Well, this is where the bike truly shines. It leans well and is a genuine pleasure in the corners. It feels planted, making you feel confident right away. And for my friends back in the Netherlands, where we trade proper twisties for endless roundabouts, don't worry, the bike even makes those roundabouts feel good.
Merge aditief filtro gitu dari
The suspension is excellent too. It's perfectly comfortable and manages to handle uneven roads remarkably well, without feeling spongy or vague. Let's also briefly cover the wind management. With the windscreen fully raised, the protection is smart. And also, by the way, this is a custom windshield. It's wider and taller than the stock one. But in this case, the wind still hits my chest and arms and legs, although it has a major success. I experienced very little helmet turbulence. For highway cruising, note that you will feel a slight vibration around 100 km per hour, but out of the box, the engine power is fantastic. You'll immediately notice the throttle gives you a distinct jump, and it's just a great bike to ride everywhere, on highway, off highway. I must say I really liked it. So before I wrap up and let you enjoy the rest of the video, let's talk about fuel economy. This bike delivers fantastical practical value, seeing consistent figures of anywhere between 3.5 liters per 100 kilometers to 5 liters per 100 kilometers if you go hard on it. That's almost on par with much smaller bikes like my Kawasaki KLX 230, which means you'll get excellent fuel economy for this kind of performance. Ultimately, this bike is full of character with a few small, quirks that are easily outweighed by pure riding pleasure it delivers, if you are looking at a great bike at this price point.